not going to do a great deal.
In the door or out of the door, but not just sitting on the top.
Yeah. Oh, man. This really sucks.
The Squadra is being broken into. Yeah. Yeah. The Squadra has been broken into. The side window's smashed in, and they've opened the front bonnet. It's still on the drive, but it's been broken into. There's glass everywhere. Man, this place looks all right. Or is that the problem? But it is a half-decent neighborhood, so people come around. So, did you open that?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I thought they'd opened.
Dude, I was just packing this. I opened that door and opened the front and didn't even see it, and then walked around the car and was like, oh.
Yeah. Don't know. We just went outside to get in the car to go to Cars and Coffee, and we're greeted with this. But you know, there was nothing in the car. Like, there was nothing to steal. Last night we were actually home in half acceptable time.
Isn't good, man.
But we try and creep in. I'm not sure if it's the neighbor. I'm really not sure if it's the neighbor or not. The CCTV on this driveway. We'll speak with the Airbnb guy and see if he can give us access to it. Yeah, it's like, why would you break into this and not the 7 Series? 7 Series untouched, right? There's just as easily, if you're on the same driveway and the same house, in an extended wheelbase 7 Series where you would put more stuff.
This is not a go through area. This is literally
No.
like, this is destination traffic.
Yeah.
This is 100% a neighbor.
That's got CCTV, and this dude here on the other side also has CCTV.
Is it someone that Dave DDE pissed off? Is Mr. Sledgehammer back? He doesn't live here.
Yeah, well, maybe. Who knows? I mean, that is suboptimal to say the least. It's totally. Careful.
Yeah. I'll take this out anyway because that's on the letter. Don't want to do that.
I mean, you couldn't write You couldn't write it.
We also need to hurry because, like, we can leave the car here. Let's review it, and then we can leave the car here and go deal with what we were supposed to deal with.
Yeah, it's a serious job.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah, it's the worst, bro. Oh man, that's a horrible sound. Oh my god, it's the worst.
It's so violating.
Look at all the shards all over there.
No, hold on.
Oh my god, that's a horrific noise. Problem is now we've got to take everything with us because this place is basically compromised, right? All right, we're leaving the Squadra. We got to go to this event. Something that's been lined up for a long time, so we can't hang around.
Cars and Coffee.
Man, I can't believe this. I feel bad because obviously it's not my car either. And I think Dave was planning on taking it up to Monterey.
No, but he will because he's going to fix it within an hour. Within 2 hours. That's going to be fixed. That's going to be fixed today. What the hell could you have done differently?
Well, it's zero. Like,
Exactly.
it was smashed at probably 3 in the morning.
This is some old 50-year-old that Damon and Dave pissed off throughout the years because it's 4 minutes away from the place where they stay. It is what it is.
Yeah. Honestly, I've never heard a Senna sound anything like that. It's phenomenal. Okay, so despite all the hassle that we've had this morning, we're not going to let it bring us down. We're now in the Urus with none other than these boys, and we're heading to a classic Cars and Coffee, Orange County, early morning style. It's one of the events that I've always wanted to tick off the Petrolhead bucket list, and today we're doing it in style with good friends. We're not going to let any of this bring us down. Brilliant, exciting. Yeah. Although I say that, we just started the morning having our car broken into on our driveway. I say our car, it's Dave from DD's car, but I'm driving it this week. Yeah, seriously.
Smashed 3 minutes from my hotel.
The irony is these guys keep the car incompetent and it gets broken into in Santa Ana.
Yeah. Well, it's cold, so
yeah,
there you go. Spot a little bit. I was like, clearly Dave has more haters than I do.
Not the smoothest start to the morning, but now we're here, so this is
cool
really
is
cool.
this?
This is properly cool. Like, I've always wanted to do like a genuine Californian morning car meet.
Okay.
I've never done one.
This is it.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah,
So-
you do car meets slightly differently.
Dude, what is that number plate doing here? He has come a very long way.
There's another one.
That's a Dutch SLR. That's highly cool.
We don't quite do car meets the same as this, do we?
No, absolutely not. You know
Our
what the thing
sort
is?
of- yeah. Look at the size of this thing.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Look at that. I'll put you next to it for context. What a machine.
And I am big. I'm
Is that a lifted Hummer? That is a lifted Hummer. All right, this has really started to fill up now. Check out this. So I just found out the craziest thing about this event.
This happens every Saturday, and it's been happening every Saturday for the best part of a decade. Can you believe that? Like, coming from the UK, if you're a petrol head in the UK, you know how significant that is to have an event of this size. Look at this. Every Saturday. Like, I'm not sure if our culture would sustain that. Like, an event this big is like on the calendar, maybe biannually, right? But this is every single Saturday. And apparently, the car culture and car scene here is so big
that every Saturday, it's a whole different set of cars, different set of people. So you're not seeing the same thing over and over again. And effectively, there's such a prolific amount of car culture and interest here that you could go 4 weekends back to back and not see the same cars twice. that gives you an idea of the concentration and caliber of car culture out here in California. Check this out. This is the last car I expected to find here. Is a Ford Cosworth Whale Tail. Look at that there. This is so cool seeing this out here. I knew it would be owned by a Brit. There's no way. There's any other way that it would be owned by anyone else. How's things?
Joe, it's a real pleasure. I saw this a mile away. I was like, what is a Cosy doing out here? Tell me about it.
Because the Brits out here, and the Brits wanted a Cosy for 30 years.
You imported this?
No, this actually came out here early 1996, right after it was born. It was imported directly from Germany.
Right.
And imported by a company called Sun International. They imported a whole bunch of homologation specials like the Renault 5 Turbo 2s and the Integrales and 37s and stuff like that.
Yeah. I would assume that these out here are rare.
Very rare.
Very rare.
Very rare. Actually, a secret.
Yeah.
I saw this car on a TV show.
The actual car.
This actual car on a TV show.
Right.
Am I allowed to mention the TV show?
Yeah, sure, of course.
Wheeler Dealers.
You saw it on Wheeler Dealers.
I saw it on
There
Wheeler
you
Dealers.
go. All right.
It was the episode where they put the third wing on there,
Okay.
suggesting that
Because that was the original story, right?
it's a fake story.
Is it a fake
It's not
story?
real.
Is that not real?
It's not real.
Oh.
It was completely made up
Was it
for the
made up?
TV show.
You're joking. So Frank Stephenson
Made it all up.
He made it up.
It's not real.
Frank.
Yeah, so I saw it on that TV show. Couldn't afford it at the time. Stalked the car. Found out who owned the car.
Okay.
Found out where it went. Stalked it for about 3 years until I could
Fantastic.
eventually afford to buy the car, and I got it for a great price, and I've had it ever since.
Congratulations, buddy.
And I love it.
Fantastic. And so, have you kept it stock, or have you done some tweaks to it? Not entirely.
I like to call it OEM plus.
OEM, but that's a nice term. OEM plus. Okay.
Like, I don't want to ruin the integrity of the car.
Right.
I love it stock the way it is, but upgraded suspension, coilovers from Black Art Design.
Perfect.
Big brake kit all round from Comp Brakes. And then a little tuning tweak.
Fabulous. So all the right things.
Just several things under the hood, you know.
Wow, look at this, man. Honestly, when I saw it, I kind of double took. I was like, is that a Cosy?
I know. I kind of do that every day.
I bet you do. What a thing. Well, listen, I appreciate you sharing that with me, and congratulations, buddy.
Thank
That
you
is
so
so cool. Also, let's just take a moment to chat about the F12. Now, I was really fortunate going back to the going back to the early days of the channel to feature an F12.
And it was a car that's really close to my heart. And lately, I don't know what it is, but when I was filming with Damon a couple of days ago, this silver F12 rolled into the car park, and it just took my breath away. I think it's come full circle and aged so beautifully.
But I'm really thinking about, what do you reckon? F12 round 2? And I know everyone who regularly watches the channel is going to be like, hey, you went and sold a TDF, why don't you go and get another TDF? The problem is TDFs are touching £1 million now. which is
Well, it's £1 million. And also, when you go for a car as special as the TDF, you can't really do a great deal with it in terms of modifications, which, you know, for the main channel, when we're doing exhausts and interior changes, wheels, etc., you know, that's a really good strand of content for us, and I know you guys like it as a journey, but it's special edition Ferraris. It's not the kind of thing that you're gonna mess with too much, right? So whereas an F12, we could probably put our own spin on it. Not quite to the whole twin turbo top mounted DDE full engine build style, but I would quite like to do something, or at least, you know, experience ownership again of an F12. And this is going to sound super strange, maybe even more than an 812. I just think it's a more beautiful car. Comments below. What do you reckon? So last night, on the previous vlog, Damon gave me the keys to his manual Murcielago. 6.2 litre V12 version, but importantly it has 3 pedals and an open gated manual gearbox with a Gintani exhaust system on it. It's been a long time since I've had a car excite me that much. Long time. I mean, it's pure old school V12 analog. Best sound, look like a thoroughbred supercar. Do you know the actual dream, like the real dream, would be a manual LP670 SP. $2.5 million. Are you kidding me? $2.5 million. $2.5 million. Are they actually demanding that much money out here? In the UK, a decent 812 comp, 1.2 asking. Whether they're getting, I don't even know. 2.5 is 2.2 million sterling. Look.
Oh, did they get anything?
No, there was nothing in it to get.
Yeah, they just broke it for the fuck of it?
Right, we think they broke it, yeah, just for the fun. So we've got some CCTV footage came through, right? Well, obviously it's an Airbnb. We spoke with the Airbnb. They came back and they said this image of this guy rolls up on a bike, right? See here?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And then it goes blank, right? And then the next thing is he's riding off in the corner here. And
so they got everything but the break-in.
They got everything but the break-in. But the guy who from the Airbnb said that, well, it said this, look, footage in between cuts off as if he has some sort of equipment that shuts it off because it skips over. And Skinny was saying that you can get this if it's on Wi-Fi network, you can get them for like $100 and you can block.
Yeah, it is.
Block
It's a
CCTV.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are stealing cars where they go up to the door and they have a system, and it's like a circle, and they go up to the door and they hold it, and then the other guy is at the car, and it sends the signal from the key to the car, and they start it up, take your car, and it blocks any interference with the cameras too.
all right. Back towards the end of the day, we still got to deal with this. This is the nonsense that came with this house. Look at, sorry, that's the vacuum that came with this house here. Let's see, yeah, that's not going to do a great deal.
In the door or out of the door, but not just sitting on the top.
Oh, man. I'm going to go and find a bucket or something so we're not just leaving it on the drive. This really sucks. Okay, so I think the plan is we're just going to take it to a resting spot close by where we've been able to arrange for a new window to be put in the car. So we're going back super steady. We're just gonna leave it there. The window's been bucked. I've been speaking to Dave, and we're taking it super chill so that we don't have to have any shards of glass blown around the car while I'm driving it. So, for want of a better word, just had a bit of a tip-off that near to the location that we're parking up the Squadra for the evening is basically a delivery mileage Lexus LFA that just sits down here in an underground car park. Rumor has it, it was bought for like 1.2, and since then the mileage has been doubled by the owner. But look at it, it's like a pearlescent yellow paint, clean alloys. Not sure about that cream interior on yellow, but this thing is pretty special. What a thing.